fun to bake with? Bananas. You can make banana muffins, banana bread, probably even banana cookies. Today, I'm going to be making banana bread. It's a quick, easy, delicious recipe, so if you want some awesome banana bread, try it with me. The first step is to grease your baking dishes. Now the recipe calls for 2 3x7 dishes. That's 21 cubic inches each for a total of 42 cubic inches. I don't have 3x7s, so I'm using these smaller 3x5s, so I'm going to use 3 of them to get about 45 cubic inches. When baking things, you're usually going for volume. Keep in mind though, if you're using a shallower dish, it will cook quicker, so these will probably cook a little quicker than slightly bigger dishes. So first you're going to want to take some vegetable shortening and rub it on the insides of your baking dishes. And now what you typically see with a lot of breads is you take a little bit of flour and then you shake it around, make sure you coat the whole inside. This creates a non-stick surface along with the shortening. Okay, going to the next one. Get as much off as you can, you don't want huge clumps. That's good for one. And then just repeat the process. Next, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now in a large bowl, you want to put in 1½ cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of sugar. And it said whisk them together. You're going to want to change to a wooden spoon once you start adding in the rest of our ingredients. In a separate bowl, you're going to want to slightly beat 2 eggs. I'd say that's slightly beaten. And in another bowl, you're going to want to mash your 3 bananas. Now it's good when using baking with bananas to use very ripe bananas. Good method for opening these is you can pinch at the end and they'll open that way. Some people don't know that, so that's a little tip for you. And I'm just going to use a meat tenderizer to mash them. Because these are ripe, they're mashing pretty easily. Okay, I would say those are pretty mashed. Now it's time to mix it all together. First, pour in your slightly beaten eggs. Just stir it a little bit. Then pour in 1/4 cup of butter, which is half a stick, melted. Stir that just a little bit. And then your 3 mashed bananas. Sure you have a wooden spoon at this point, not a whisk. Okay, I would say these are mixed well enough. Now it's time to pour the batter into each of your prepared baking dishes. Try to make all your dishes as even as possible. A good tip for getting all your batter out is to use an icing spatula to run it around on the inside of your bowl. It always helps get the last bit of your dough or batter out. There we go, that helped. Now that your oven is done preheating, get your pans in there. Now the recipe says they need to bake for about an hour, and that's going to vary based on the dimensions of your baking dishes. I'm using 3 smaller ones instead of the 2 regular, so mine will probably cook quicker. It also depends on your oven, humidity of the area. Many factors go into it. A good way to check is to use a toothpick, insert it into what you're baking, and pull it out. If it's clean, you're good to go. This method is used on a lot of baking goods. So I would check in probably 30 to 40 minutes, give or take. So bake for an hour, depending, and we'll see how they turn out. Alright, it's been a little over 30 minutes, and due to my super hot oven, I believe my banana bread may be ready. They look nice and done. Pretty sure they are. They're pretty brown. Stick in a toothpick. Clean. A little bit on it, but it's fine. So get a cooling rack. Take your pans of bread. And I'd say let them cool for at least 20 minutes before you dig in. Alright, and now the best part, eating it. It's really good. I waited about 20 minutes to cool, so it's nice and warm. It's moist. Tastes, you know, it's like banana bread, if you've ever had banana bread. It's really good, really quick, really easy. It's not too many ingredients. So, if you want some nice, delicious banana bread, look no further.